What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation. When I saw this, I could not resist because I actually have been wanting to talk about this, but it was like, how do you even bring it up? Because at this point in time, what is really going on with Neil that even makes it a conversation worthy of discussing with people? But his ex-wife just recently was on The Breakfast Club, and she was talking about Neil being unfaithful during the marriage and how she found out about it. And it really made me go back to a conversation that I had with one of my clients, because one day I was, doing one of her beauty services and the song came on. And I'm one of those people, I really listen to the words, and I'm a bit, it's not just superficial. I'm listening to the words. And some songs I know are stupid and they don't really have a whole lot of meaning, but sometimes people are letting you know exactly what it is based on the lyrics in the song. And we know Neil, he writes his own music. So it's an even deeper thing with that. And so when the song came on, and I was like, girl, do you hear these words? Do you hear these words? I said, Neil, he was telling pretty much everybody, as well as his wife at the time, what it was. And so I want to play this clip of her talking about the marriage on The Breakfast Club, and then I want to get into something. So let's just go ahead and play this clip.
You guys now, because I know it got nasty. You know what I'm saying? The divorce.
Well, I mean, for him, I was in peace.
Yeah.
And I'm still in peace.
Yeah.
I'm in a good place in my life right now.
What was the decision that made you say, you know what, enough's enough, I need to move?
Well, what's funny is it was The Breakfast Club. Y'all remember?
Why?
No, you wasn't here. You wasn't here.
Jesus.
So remember when y'all asked him the question, would he be okay if not knowing if his partner was cheating? He was like, I would live in a blissful bubble. Mm-hmm. So somebody sent me that, and it was like something in my stomach was like, something ain't right. Is that how he wants me to think? And then I found everything that I needed to find that day, and I left.
I personally am a person that is not angry at living in a blissful bubble of ignorance. Mm-hmm. The truth is rarely pretty. And in this world, in this life, you have to choose your happy. So I choose to believe the truth that makes me happy, as opposed to searching for the ugly truth that's going to mess up my happy. I even tell my friends, like, yo, if you ever found out anything about my wife, don't bring me that. I wake up every morning and breakfast is cooked, my kids are taken care of. Every time we around each other, we smiling and happy, and things are blissful. And then on my deathbed, somebody tell me that you cheated on me my whole life. I lived a pretty good damn life. I'm not going to trip off that. That's me.
Did you go through his phone, or how did you find everything you needed to find?
It was a phone. Mm-hmm. It was a phone.
That is smart.
Yeah.
You could have been some type of detective.
Mm-hmm. They say that.
Man.
If you listen to a person say something, you be like, you know what?
Let me check.
He's projecting. Let me go snoop around him and see what he got going on.
Lord. Mm-hmm.
So he just
because with me he has a little jealousy in him or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I know that he would never be okay with me doing that. You know what I'm saying? So
unless
it was like, yeah. So it was like, something ain't right.
Mm-hmm. Did he come clean all the way?
He had no choice. You know, and I feel like that was just God's redirection for me. It was a situation that was no longer serving me, and he knew that wasn't what I wanted in a marriage, and he just removed me from that situation. And I think that he did it in a way that I had no choice to leave, because my values and my morals would never be involved in something like that. So,
was it the first time you caught him cheating, or?
Yeah.
Or what?
In 2020, I said it was a thing, and I left him then. So if I thought something, and now I know something.
Yeah, I think I was just so surprised because being around y'all were like best friends. Like, it wasn't just like, everything wasn't always romantic. Like, they was cool. Y'all were like real best friends. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So
that's what I'm saying. It's not worth it to leave. Well,
girl, what?
Wait. Actually, I just
that is your disposition.
That's true.
Mine, however, is different. Thank you.
Yeah,
because I know my worth, and I'm not going to settle for just sharing somebody when I know I deserve a whole man.
Right.
So
where did y'all meet?
I think I'm just older.
We met. He had picked me for he was going to do a mini movie for his nonfiction album, and he had picked me for the lead role, and that's how we met. Mm-hmm. The movie never got shot, so I don't know.
So listen, I'm not even going to go back into the history of his actions with his first baby mama that he was engaged to, had children with, and convinced her to get her tubes tied, and then, moving on with Crystal, marrying her, renewing their vows. Neil is just a sick man, and he is who he is, and he was telling everybody. I want to read some of the lyrics. I would play it, but of course I'm not trying to do that. We don't want to have any copyright issues, but I'm going to read some of the lyrics to his song, Because of You. Because when some people are listening to that song, which I actually like the song, but I'm not even going front. But when some people listen to it, they may think, oh, that's so sweet. He's talking about the person that he loves. All right, let's just go ahead and get into this. Want to, but I can't help it. I love the way it feels. It's got me stuck between my fantasy and what is real. I need it when I want it. I want it when I don't. Tell myself I'll stop every day knowing that I won't. Who's speaking about their wife or even somebody that they're committed to in a relationship like that, right? That's speaking about something that you should not be doing, but you're doing it anyway. Continuing, I got a problem and I don't know what to do about it. Even if I did, I don't know if I would quit, but I doubt it. I'm taken by the thought of it. And I know this much is true, baby, you have become my addiction. I'm so strung out on you, I can barely move, but I like it. And it's all because of you. Like, you're not, that's about someone or something that you shouldn't be involved with. He was telling them, he was telling everybody. I just wanted to talk about this because there's nothing romantic about him. Neil is a hoe and a narcissist who gets married to someone, you're doing this, you're sleeping with all these different people, getting them pregnant, and then you renew your vows. Even Marceau from Love and Marriage Huntsville wouldn't renew his vows with his wife that he was married to for 15 years, and they were at the chapel in Vegas. And he was like, nope, I ain't doing it. and it hasn't even come out confirmed that he has been sleeping around on his wife, but most people believe that he has. And I don't even know who would want him. But anyway, that's another story for another time. But yeah, I mean, he's saying it. He can never get enough. She's the sweetest drug. Think of it every second. I can't get nothing done. Only concern is the next time I'm going to get me some. No, I should stay away from because it's no good for me. I try and try, but my obsession won't let me leave. You're not talking about your wife. You're not talking about somebody you're committed to. You're talking about the holes that you're out here slanging that dang-a-lang to. And that's what it was. It was never romantic, okay? So I just wanted to talk about that. I just felt like now was the time, since Crystal was out here doing these interviews talking about how she found out Neil was screwing around on her throughout the marriage. He probably was never faithful. And so with that being said, you can let me know how you feel about it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Thanks so much for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.